Hello, and welcome to part two of the fascinating series Orientation to EDT 1. So, I'm going to talk about what we're doing this week. This is week 1. You knew that already. So, this week we're going to be talking about learning and also teaching and how both of those things can be different online. And we're going to talk about yourself. So, the very first forum for this week is this one where you're going to introduce yourself to your cohort. Tell us what you like to do. Tell us what you're doing to make it through this semester, or what's happening at home with if you have kids at home, things like that. Everybody's here interested in what you're doing and who you are and what you're interested in. So that's the first thing you need to do this week. Of course, after you read the orientation materials. Alright, so then there's a video on what online learning is like for students, and I actually intend to expand this to talk about equity, and I will be doing that today. So then we plunge right into some ideas about learning. Learning styles. Some people swear by them, some people don't believe in them. And you may know what your learning style is. I've also included the dissenting view. Multiple intelligences is a theory developed by Howard Gardner. If you've never heard of him. I know most of us had no training in how to teach coming into community colleges, so some of this kind of takes up for that. Here's a graphic of multiple intelligences, which I think is particularly hard to read, so I'm going to be looking for a new one today. Another theory is the all kinds of mind learning theory. Never heard of Rebecca Zooks. She has a really interesting blog. Universal design is a concept that everyone should be familiar with if possible, especially if you're offering learning materials online. It's a way to make a level playing field for all learners as much as possible. Teaching styles. What is your teaching style? It's an interesting topic. You can take this quiz to find out what your teaching style is. Alright, so what's different about online learning? Obviously, lots of things. Here's a whole bunch of advantages and disadvantages of online learning. Ubiquitous learning is another theory that you might find of interest. Here's some more differences. And I want you to be thinking about student-centered learning. So here's a TED Ed about that, and it's also going to come into your work next week and all throughout this course. Here's some competencies that are recommended for online teachers. Some advantages for you of teaching online. And here's a pretty interesting video about some lessons learned. Flipping the classroom. A lot of people have been talking about that for years. However, we're sort of being forced to flip the classroom at this point. Alright, so here's the reading and assignments for the week. You might notice that there is a DIGO group here. I'll explain more about that in a moment. Alright, so this is our first actual forum for the class. We have a forum every week. This one is about all the stuff we've been talking about this week. So here is the forum prompt. You're going to be posting a link to an article that you find when you're doing your internet research assignment. And I want to hear about why you chose the article that you picked and how is it relevant to you and your teaching. Here is where you're also going to submit your actual research assignment. I want you to write it up in a document format. Follow all these directions here. I've given you an article to read. I've given you a little help in internet searching just in case. And then your thoughts are also going to be paraphrased and posted in the second forum for this week. So you don't need to post your entire assignment in the forum. I want you to just sum it up and give the link to your article. And here's the rubric for this research assignment. Once again, here's the checklist for week 1. So you want to make sure you've posted a bio, that you edit your profile, do the internet research assignment and upload it in the assignment area. Post to the discussion area, Learning for the 21st Century, and also reply to at least 2 of your cohort. So that means you're going to be posting 3 times in the forum. And here's another article for you. And here's some scholarly articles. Actually, they're not all what I would classify as scholarly. Some of this is just some interesting extra reading if you're into it. Like, for example, here's a bunch of podcasts that are about learning, online learning specifically. And like, here's an article about using videos in online learning, which tells you how important that is and how helpful it can be. And then our first optional tech assignment for the week is to join Diigo. So Diigo is an online bookmarking tool where you can save articles that you want to refer to at another time. So you can build a library in Diigo of resources for you and for your teaching. So I hope you will do this optional tech assignment. It's very easy to do. All you have to do is go to Diigo, join Diigo, so that means you have to make an account as an educator. It's free. And then once you've joined, you can request to join our group here. And then I'll get an email to approve you, and I will do that right away. So, in order to show me that you joined Diigo, I want you to post a screenshot of your Diigo site. So if you don't know how to do it, great time to learn. I will be asking you to do screenshots a lot. So if you don't know how to make a screenshot yet, you should learn. Okay, so that's week 1. Remember, I recommend accessing this through module view. I don't recommend using the assignments link or the discussions link. You're just going to get confused. Just go through the modules. Sorry about the dogs. Okay, this is the end of the orientation video.